So yeah, guys, today we are going to learn about DevOps. In DevOps, we are going to learn about auto skillings and load balancer, how to create the easy to instance, AMI, Amazon machine image. So a lot of things are there. We need to learn about it. So let's start the session with the two terms. So we have the two terms. They are like load balancer and auto scaling. So load balancer and auto scaling होता क्या है guys? How they both are related to each other. It's very clear, guys. अभी for example, I created 100 applications. ठीक है? I created 100 applications. In this 100 applications, what is happening? I want to run all the 100 application in one server. Server, you know, right? Where we can run the application. Okay, guys. So what is happening here? I want to run all the 100 application into one server. So what will be the problems is going to be created by the server. So the first problem is going to be created overloaded. Overloaded. Okay. So to reduce the problem of overloaded, we can go with auto scaling, guys. Auto scaling is going to increase or decrease the server. So till now I created only one server, right? So here you can see I have 100 application. Here I have only one server, server 1. I can increase the new server which is server 2. I want to increase another server which is server 3. I want to increase another server which is server 4. So now what is happening here? This is input applications are there. This input application is going to be take care by the load balancer. Now load balancer is going to balance the application into equal to the all server. So now in previously what happened when all the 100 applications was attacking to the single server, there was a drawback. The drawback is like overloaded. Overloaded is happening there, right? Overloaded on one server. So what we did with help of auto scaling, we increase the server. We increase the server, right? From one server to increase more three server. So what happened? Due to with help of load balancer, what we did, we just manage the application into four different server. Okay, we just transfer 100 application into 25, 25, 25, 25 into four different server. So this is what is happening in the load balancer and the auto scaling, guys, right? So you need to understand two things. When you are going to increase the server and when you are going to decrease the server. You are going to increase the server when your application is more. You need to decrease the server when your application is going to be reduced. Okay. So now there is a three steps are there, guys. Step one, your application is suppose 50 application. Okay. Now you increase the application with 80 application. From 50 to 80 application become, right? So what you will do? You will go with the increasing of the server. From here to here, what is happening? You are going to reduce your application from 80 to 20. Suppose I reduce 80 to 20. When from 50 to 80 was there, I use total 5 servers. Suppose, for example, I use 5 server. Now from 80 to 20 it becomes, which means server was decreasing. So suddenly my server strength is become. Got it? Got it, guys? So this is what happening in the server. In auto scaling, guys, in auto scaling, we have a three different stages. Okay, in that stages, what will be the name? I will tell you later on. First, I want to say you can use minimum 2 server. You can use max to max 10 server. This one is something else that will go into. I will explain you later on. Just a minute. So the three components are this one is minimum instance. This one is max instance. This one is desired. So what do you mean by desired? Desired where how much you want to use the server. So suppose next take for me, I want to check 5 server. So here my desired server value is 5. So which means you can't create more than 10 server. You can't create. And also you can't create less than 2 server. Your minimum capacity should be 2, maximum capacity should be 10, and your desired value should be 5, which is we are going to create it. Where we are going to create it. Got it? So this is what is happening in the auto scaling, guys. How we are going to manage our minimum instance, how we are going to manage our max instance, and how we are going to talk about the desired instance. Okay? So this is all about the things. And guys, we have two major problems that we can face in our interview time. What are they? So the first problem, too much, too much traffic. Incoming signals are there. Second one is wasting money. So what will be the solution for this two problem? So basically the solution is auto scaling only. So coming to the first answer is very clear, too much traffic. We can increase the server to manage traffic. Second one is very simple, wasting money. Yes, application fast. If our application is going to be fast, automatic money will save. Got it? So the first thing, too much traffic. The answer is very clear. We need to manage our server. The second one is wasting money. Yeah, but we have a solution like our application is going to be increase the speed, so automatically money will be going to be safe. So these two things you need to you need to keep in your mind, guys. Which so guys here you need to understand about this term load balancer, right? So what is happening? Load balancer is going to distribute the incoming traffic, right? And same thing, auto scaling is going to manage the server. So in the image you can see clearly, you can find out what is happening, guys, here. So here you can see what is happening. So the first, our user is going to give the request, load balancer is going to manage the request, server is going to be process stage, auto scaling is going to monitor if the user request is more, or load balancer is managing the user request in a proper way. So automatically your auto scaling is going to be increase the server, right? So auto scaling is going to work in the two terms, increasing or decreasing the server. But coming to the load balancer, it is only going to focus on the one thing, how it will going to manage the traffic to make sure that our server is going to be in the proper stage. Okay. So this is what is happening, guys. Coming to the IRCTC application, what is happening? It's very clear. During the normal time, the traffic is okay. The traffic is okay, but during the Tatkal, the traffic is going to be increased. That time, what you need to do? You need to manage the server. You need to increase the more server to manage the traffic, guys. So this thing you need to keep in your brain. This thing you need to understand in a proper way, guys. Got it? So here we discuss. We know that we have three terms: min, desired, and max. So when we are going to use these terms, 2, 4, 10. So now suppose my incoming traffic is something around 60 percentage of CPU using. Okay? So the CPU is became 60%. So now I was using my 4 server. Suppose if you become 95 percentage, suddenly I will going to increase more 3 server, which means 4 plus 3 7. And now again, if you become 20 percentage, now my server is going to reduce by 5 and it becomes 2. So what is happening? So guys, this is all about the morning update. Okay, and this is all about afternoon update, and this is all about night update. So during morning time, my CPU capacities came up to 60%, where my server is total 4. Suddenly it was increased by 35 percentage. My server is also increased by 3, which means 7. Suddenly my server became 2 because my capacity of the CPU is reduced. CPU is reduced. So my maximum value become from 7 to 2. So this is the terms you need to understand, guys. Very, 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 very easy. Okay, बहुत easy रहेगा ये चीजें. You need to understand in the proper way. You need to keep in your mind when you are going to use your auto scaling. 4 terms CPU uses based on increasing or decreasing of CPU uses based on RAM increasing or sorry, RAM increasing or decreasing, request count, network traffic. Okay, if your traffic is attacking to the one server, based on this also you are going to use your auto scaling. So these 4 terms you need to keep in your mind, guys. किधर किधर अपन यूज कर सकते हैं auto. So basically we are having two different types of auto scaling. So the first one is scale out, second one is scale in. Scale out is also known as for the horizontal scaling. Horizontal scaling. This is certain different. Scale out में क्या हो रहा है? We are going to increase the server. Scale in means we are going to decrease the server. And you know that what will be the reason to increasing the server? Because our traffic is increasing. That also you know why we are reducing the server. You know that our traffic is become less. The next one is vertical. Guess what do you mean by vertical? Here we are not going with the increasing and we are not going with the decreasing. Simple है the capacity. Suppose here my space of server is 20 RAM, 20 GB RAM. Here what we will do? My space is 20 GB RAM. We can increase the space with 190 GB RAM. That is your vertical auto scaling. What we are doing now, we are increasing the server. No, we are increasing the space of the server, which is initial server. Okay, we are not thinking about to add on more server. We are going to edit the one server only. What we are doing now, we are just increasing the size. So due to increasing the size, क्या होता है यहाँ पे? You know that very simple. What we are going to happen when we are going to increase the size of the server? Suppose this is 20 GB RAM. We increase the size 196 GB RAM. This mean 100 application easily we can run because the space is high. So you need to understand we are having total 3 types: outscaling, outscale, horizontal, in-scale, and vertical. Okay? If you think horizontal means outscale, so don't think your vertical is going to be become the in-scale, not like that. This is totally different, this is different, this is different. So total 3 types of scaling we are having, guys. Right? I hope you understand till here. Till now we were talking about the auto scaling, auto scaling. Now I want to ask you one question. How you are going to manage your load balancer? For example, My question is, I were using 5 server. How you are going to manage your load balancer here? What you will do? So what we will do based on the server size or based on the server, automatically load balancer is going to manage traffic into different server. How many server? 5. All the 5 server is going to taken by certain traffics. This is the role of your load balancer. Okay. So this is an user. This is an user. User created some load balancer. This load balancer is going to create the server guides. S2, S3, S. This is how we are managing our load balancer and auto scaling, guys. This is how we are going to manage our traffic. So here you can see we are having more two terms rather than auto scaling and load balancer. We are having like EC2 instance, CloudWatch. EC2 instance is nothing but it is a server where we can run our application, guys. Okay, where we can run our application, and CloudWatch is going to monitor what monitor. We given 3 things: minimum, desired, maximum of the auto scaling. Yes, so this thing is going to monitor by CloudWatch. At what time we can also manage the time. Okay, suppose if the midnight the time is like 2 p.m. afternoon, chalo 2 p.m. So within this time period, I want to reduce the server. So automatically my machine is going to reduce the server based on the time. It is like the alarm. Okay, it is like the alarm. Automatically it will going to monitor to the system. Skip 2 p.m. was there. So at this time you need to decrease your server, guys. So like that you need to understand. EC2 instance is nothing but it is a virtual server which is going to give you everything. Okay, it is like lunch box where you can have your chapati with a curry with a pickle. So this is what is your server, live server, virtual server. This is the server. You can store everything. You can manage everything within this server. So the next one is auto scaling group. So this is the thing what is going to be do automatically terminate the instance. Automatically it will going to terminate your instance based on your based on your scaling policy. Okay, scaling policy. So based on scaling policy, you are going to terminate. You are going to add on the instance, whatever you can do. है You can launch your instance. You can terminate your instance. So the 2 things, guys. You can launch. You can terminate your instance based on the scaling policy. Okay. So this is the another structure, guys. From here you are going to understand. So the first thing is user, where user is providing you the incoming traffic. Load balancer is managing auto scaling group, which is going to manage your instance. Okay, EC2 instance, different servers are there. That servers are running certain instance. In that instance, we are going to run certain our applications, right? So here you can see AMI, Amazon Machine Image, which means it is nothing but it is like the templates or it is a blueprint of your server. That server is nothing but EC2 instance with operating system, software, and configurations. Whenever you are going to create any instance, guys, you need to understand, you need to go with the certain scenario or certain important things. They are like OS, software, and configuration, right? So without this thing, we are not able to create the AMI. Okay? AMI is nothing but it is just a duplicate of your real instance. With the help of these four things, we are going to work to manage the traffic. So guys, here you can go to the correct ticket. So the first thing what you need to do, you need to log in with your AWS console, then you need to create your instance. So coming to the server, whenever you are going to create, you need to give certain name, operating systems types, which is needed. Coming to the operating system, you need to select the NSM only, and coming to the right, T2 is the root one, and which is free. Then you need to go with the key pair, which is very simple to create, and then you need to go with the a port. You can give any port like SH or HTTP. Okay. Once you're done with this, your instance has been ready. You go with the launch the instance. Once you're done with this, then you need to go with the install of the website. Installation of a website is very easy to nice. You need to use certain command like sudo yum install http hyphen y10 system cdl start http. Then you need to go with the create the web page. And guys, coming to this command, whatever the commands are there, that is very basic command, and you will going to get the online source also. From online source, you can go. You are going to easily get the command. Once you're done with this, you need to go with the create the web page. The page creation is very easy on you guys. Web page create. Once you create the web page, you can open your EC2 public IP address. Then in the certain IP address, you will be going to visible the ICDC website. Anything, whatever you are going to display, that thing you are going to be get the accessibility. Now, step 4 is very simple. So, first step is that logging with your AWS console. Then you need to go with the EC2 instance. Then you need to install your website. Then you need to go with the load balancer, which is going to balance on the application, whatever you created, right? So, once you create the load balancer, here you can see load balancer, create application. Okay, done. You need to give your name, HTTP port 80 to submit. What is happening with the submit? Like we are going to learn in the upcoming session. What do you mean by submit? Okay, it is a sum of your network. So just keep in your mind. Then you need to go with the target group. So what is the target group? Then everything is very basic. Okay, we will learn. And EC2 servers in the load balancer. Why we are selecting the EC2 server? We need to select the EC2 server, that one only. So which one we need to run our application, right? And where we need to manage the load balancer, where we need to balance our load. Okay. Then you need to create the template. Once you're done with this, you need to go with the ASG or the scaling group. Before that, you need to go with the create the AMI. What do you mean by AMI? Means a machine image. So in this, what is happening? It is just blueprint of your EC2 instance. It is just duplicate or we can say blueprint of your instance. So action create image. Done. Once you're done with this, go with the create launch tablet. ये हो गया. ये होने के बाद you need to go with the create auto scaling group. So coming to the auto scaling group, you know that which is going to manage your increasing or decreasing the server, guys. Minimum, maximum, desired. It's up to you. You don't need to go with the maximum 10 only. You can reduce, you can increase more than 10 also. It's up to you. How you're going to manage your server based on your applications. Add scaling policy. Policy is nothing but policy are very simple. Whatever the CPU utilizations, we are going to set certain. About the mentioning like ecosystem. Suppose by suddenly my CPU utilization is increased, we need to increase the server, guys. So this is the way, this is practical. It is very easy. Go with the AWS console and you can create it. Okay. Just go with this topic, guys. Very easy topic. I hope you all are understanding the things whatever we are desiring to explain you. So guys, let's meet to the next class.